I digress. Let's get into the first main topic. The first main topic is the FAWSL January Player of the Month and Manager of the Month nominees are in. That's right. So the month of January is over, February is in full swing, and this is something I like to do every month because why not? We follow the league really closely. It's always fun to speculate who's going to get the award. Let's start off with the more exciting side of the coin, in my opinion. Let's start off with the players. These are your nominees for the WSL Player of the Month for January. Up first, we've got the high-flying Chloe Kelly of Manchester City. She plays mainly on the right wing, and in the month of January, she scored 2 goals and 5 assists in 3 matches played. Moving on down the line, teammate Lauren Hemp, also of Manchester City, has scored 2 goals, 3 assists in 3 matches so far in January, or actually in January because January's over. Going next down the line, Melanie Loopholes of Chelsea, who has just been on fire lately. She scored 2 goals in, I believe, 4 matches played for the month of January. Moving on down the line, we've got Ella Toon of Manchester United, which is close to my heart because I'm a Man United fan. She had 2 goals and 1 assist in the month of January for Manchester United. Then last but not least, the Honorable Fran Kirby of Chelsea Women's Football Club, who scored 5 goals in 4 matches in January. So, those were all the nominees for Player of the Month for the WSL. Originally, if you guys follow my content closely, originally you will have seen my pick be Fran Kirby. However, after doing a little bit more research about each of these candidates, I actually am changing my pick to being Chloe Kelly. I think Chloe Kelly will be the WSL manager or Player of the Month. Being involved in 7 goals in 3 games is insane. That's the main reason. She moved into the top 10 for both scoring and assists in the league for the entire season, and for a player to just do that as a professional football player in general, that's hard. In a top tier league like the WSL, it's just not an easy feat to be involved in 7 goals in 3 games. You're talking 2 plus goals a game. That's insane. If Fran Kirby had played 1 less match and maybe scored 1 more goal, I think my mind might be a little bit more changed. But that's the main reason why I changed it to Chloe Kelly. Now, granted, I know a counter argument might be City hasn't really played against the greatest competition in January. They played against Brighton, Aston Villa, and West Ham, who were all bottom 4 in the table for the WSL. But like I said, to be involved in 7 goals at a professional level against any other professional team, that's out of this world. Chloe Kelly to me is emerging as being one of the top wingers in the league, and I'm excited to see what she does because I believe she's only like 19 years old. So it's going to be exciting times ahead for Chloe Kelly, and I can't wait to see what comes next for her. I want to add in one more nominee to the list that I think should get an honorable mention. So this is me amending the nominations lists. I think Sam Kerr should have been in the list for Player of the Month. The reason being is she had 2 goals and 3 assists across the 4 games, which, I mean, that's quite a bit of good goal involvement. It was more than her teammate Melanie Loopholes, and it was just as much as Lauren Hemp, but against better competition. So I don't know why she wasn't included in this list. I mean, you could even make an argument she probably could have made it ahead of Ella Toon, but it was weird to me that Sam Kerr wasn't included for the Player of the Month nominees for January. I don't know why. So I wanted to plug her as my honorable mention for that particular list. So, guys, who is your Player of the Month pick for the month of January? Feel free to jump down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. All right, so let's move into the Manager of the Month then. There are only 3 nominees to my knowledge. Here are the nominees. We've got Emma Hayes of Chelsea. We've got Casey Stoney of Manchester United, number one in my heart. And then we've got Gareth Taylor of Manchester City. So let's go top to bottom here. Emma Hayes had 4 games and 12 points. She had a perfect month again. Chelsea are at the top of the table, and they've performed consistently well. They one of the biggest results of the season in beating Manchester United in the month of January. That was their other. With that win, they overtook Manchester United in the table and are now number 1 and are still number 1 in the table thus far. So, really, really exciting stuff. Getting that big of a result at this stage in the season, they're getting hot at the right time. It's amazing. I'll just leave it at that. Moving down to Casey Stoney, she kept the team in second, Manchester United, despite losing one of the best players in the league in Tobin Heath. Tobin Heath, for those of you who don't know, is out for 10 to 12 weeks due to an ankle injury, And Casey Stoney has been able to keep her team together, keep them in that Champions League spot throughout the month of January. I believe she had 9 points in 12, or I'm sorry, 9 points in 3 games, if I'm not mistaken. So, or 9 points in 4 games. I'm sorry, guys, my brain is everywhere. So, not that great of a month for Casey Stoney for me personally, especially compared to the last 2 months where she was the WSL Manager of the Month. So to me, she wouldn't be my pick for WSL Manager of the Month. Lastly, Gareth Taylor, he had 3 games and 9 points for Manchester City, so a perfect month for him. He got his team bumped in the Champions League spot. They overtook Arsenal in the month of January, and they've been gaining ground on Chelsea and United. They've been super consistent, like the last 2 or 3 months, just stopping teams that are below them in the table. And they scored 18 goals more than any other team in the month. So, and the thing is, he only did so in 3 games. So there's that as well. Um, who would be my overall pick for this month? It was really hard for me to whittle it down between Emma Hayes and Gareth Taylor. I'm gonna have to go with Emma Hayes. The reason being is because of that important result she got against United. That was, I think, Chelsea's biggest test of the season so far, beating a team that was equal to them on points and I would argue talent and coaching prowess. So by beating them at a crucial time like that, it just gives them the edge. And plus, they had a perfect month and played 4 games, so more chances to screw up and lose, and they didn't manage to miss a whole nother one. And plus, now Emma Hayes has gotten this team firing on all cylinders. Pernille Harder scoring brace after brace. Sam Kerr's getting an assist and a goal every game. Fran Kirby's been on fire. Melanie Loopholes is starting to get into the mix. The defense has been solid. She's got the team really as a powerhouse, and I got to give her full credit to that. I think she deserved to actually. She was my pick actually last month for Manager of the Month, and I think it'd be crazy for her not to get it this month. So that is my pick for the WSL Manager of the Month, ladies and gentlemen. I will say one argument for Gareth. I think I would have given it to Gareth Taylor if they would have beaten Arsenal just a week earlier. For those of you who don't know, Arsenal and Manchester City played against each other last week. That was a really big match, but it took place in the month of February. If that would have taken place in January, I think I might have given the edge to Gareth Taylor. But nonetheless, I picked Emma Hayes for this month of January. Feel free to jump down in the comments below and let me know who your pick would be for Manager of the Month.